Welcome back. This is Azanar bringing you another episode of Knights of Honor. We're going to set Huguette to fight those rebels, and at the same time bring our other armies in to deal with the rebels in Champagne.
Yet another glorious victory, sire.
Huguette has obviously crushed those rebels very quickly. We're going to move him to Orléans. And from Orléans, we're going to move our armies south towards Burgundy. Now, Zirid, we're going to start looking at the situation of some of the countries we're going to have to go up against here. Zirid is at war with Zanata and Sicily. However, they're very much hated by a number of other countries. We're going to have to fight a quick war with Zirid, push through the two territories, and then do what we need to do to force him out of a war against us. After that, it's going to be Italy. Italy is at war with Sicily and Bosnia and Germany. Definitely not a strong country. We only won one province from them. Hopefully, we can take that province and push them out of a war with us very quickly as well. Against the French here, it's very much mop-up operations. Just waiting for us to score victories, take provinces. Nothing too serious. However, we still want these two kingdom powers. Clothes, I believe, are coming in Anjou. What are we building here? We're building a bakery. That's ridiculous. Why are we doing that? It's not what we want to be doing. For clothes, we need Dye's Workshop. We're going to start working that right now. Anjou's finally coming back online after we did some stuff. See, now the Berbers want me to attack Lyon. That's completely ridiculous. We're going to decline that. That's absolutely stupid.
Yes. What is your command?
We're going to move those guys over there. Our prince is grown. Fantastic. Fantastic. What we are going to do here is promote him to a cleric.
May God bless you, my lord.
Now, finally, we have a cleric we can trust. And we're going to now start cycling through our provinces and getting rid of, excuse me, of nostalgia.
What is your command?
Now, all of our armies are now going to be in full swing, moving towards our enemies. We're going to drive south hard. French are moving into one of our territories in Champagne. Siegfried, he's moving towards Falls, which is actually quite smart of him, since we are going to be heading there ourselves.
Good day, sir.
Political view.
Now, after these wars here, we have these three provinces here, and then we just have Ireland and the top of Scotland to deal with. That's going to go very quickly.
A new building has been built, sire.
We're going to set Strathclyde here to build a harbor.
What is your command?
I will. Yes, my honor.
Okay, we're going to have Tybalt and Reginald attack Falls. That'll go very quickly. And we are going to set these guys on a collision course into Burgundy. Not quite attacking the city yet. We're going to want to survey the situation first. France is going to have two marshals in this city. Their armies could actually be quite powerful because of that. Often, taking an enemy's last city is very difficult because they manage to concentrate all of their troops there instead of being spread out.
One more town now.
However, as you can see, the enemy's armies are quite weak. France just doesn't have the money to field anything.
For valor? Yes.
We're going to send these guys to attack Siegfried. We're going to take over the town's authority.
Always shining. I greet the brightest ruler in the world.
We're just gonna set some stuff to build, might as well have it do something. Now, as you can see, this place doesn't really have any resources. In a longer campaign, this would be a major military center.
Political.
A spy who has infiltrated our royal court has been captured.
Yes, my lord.
Not necessarily a bad thing that these rebels have decided to fight with us.
Time to
What is
move.
your command? I am more skilled.
We're now going to
What is your
move
siege on this
and set siege to Alsace. We'll accept the trade agreement with Muscovy. We'll click off more victories.
I will
And we're going to storm the city.
political view? My liege.
Let the sun always shine. I greet the brightest ruler in the land.
Now we're gonna want to race for Alsace. As you can see, the Germans are after it themselves. Being nice to the Germans, we're going to... No, wrong one. Offer them Falls. This is not going to be part of our kingdom. We want to make the Germans happy. Dead prisoner. The last of the French are now gone. Burgundy is ours, and France is destroyed. Now we're going to want to retrofit our armies, make sure we are good to go. We lost all of our infantry in that battle.
What is your command?
Graf Jobst is going to go up to Falls himself. Good for him. Now, all that is left is Zirid and Italy. 3 provinces: Auvergne, Languedoc, and Provence. Now, I think fighting Italy first is probably the smartest thing.
Sire, we
I
took
like
yet
this.
another
What
enemy
is your
town.
wish?
Now, there we go. We have enough piety now.
Back to the castle. I am now more skilled.
We're going to move... Oh, wait a tick.
Political view.
Savoy. We have run into an issue. Savoy is part of France. And we have a trade agreement with these guys. Now let me think for a second. No, Savoy is part of Italy. Is it? Yes, it is. That may be a slight cop-out.
May God
But
bless you, my lord.
no, Savoy
Let the sun
historically,
always shine
there was
on you.
definitely some French influence there, but it was not de jure part
What
of
is your wish?
France, so we're not going to worry about them. What we are going to do
What is your command?
is
Time
move
to
Reginald and
At
Tybalt
last.
into position.
My sword was getting rusty.
Now, what we're going to do here is take Provence and Genoa.
Political view.
Hopefully it scares the Italians into making peace with us, and then we can just give them back Genoa and not worry about it. At the very least, Genoa will be a bargaining chip against them. At the
A
same
new
time,
construction has been finished, sire.
Guillaume and Huguette's armies
You will not regret this.
Yes.
are going to be ready to go, and we're going to move them
What is your wish?
into position
last?
at the border with
My sword
Provence.
was getting
Political
rusty.
view.
Once our army's in position, we will forge the border and crush the Italians. Now, I'm going to take a bit of a
kingdom
risk here
advantages,
pretty
sire.
quickly. Need the weaving mill. Weaving mill requires hemp field. We're going to take a risk. Now, while we're concentrating all of our force here in France, we're not dealing with England, but we easily have the money to do so and the troop buildup to do so. However, there may be spies within our court. However, most likely any of those spies were French or Lothringian. They're probably gone now. So I think that it's not a bad idea.
Back to the castle.
We are going to set 2 new marshals. We are going to set them both to be in Kent. This is, as you can see, going to drastically reduce the amount of money we're making right now. However, in the interest of bringing this campaign to a swift close,
Back to the castle.
I'm just not going to worry
Let
about
us
that.
restock and rest.
We easily have the money to get the troops that these armies
What is your
need.
wish?
The only thing this is going to do is slow down our ability to immediately seize provinces, but we're not going to worry about that. Now we have an issue. As you can see, this territory has been taken by Germany. We need it. I'm sorry, Germany, but we're going to have to break our agreements with you, and we're going to have to fight you. So you can see, they're now at feud with us. They hate us.
Have increased your
Whatever.
power.
All of a sudden, we seem to be making a lot more money. I wonder why.
Your goal, son.
Oh well, we're not going to question that. What we are going to do is have to redirect our attention as to who we're going to declare war on.
What is your wish?
We're going to move our troops close to these cities, and we're going to hit the Germans hard. Now this war may take a while. It's going to take a little bit of convincing to get the Germans to leave us alone. But we're just not really going to worry about that too much right now.
What is
Seeing
your
as
wish?
we're
Let us
making a ton of
restock
money
and
again, we can easily retrofit the right troops into these armies. Now we're going to look for our target. It's going to be Highlands. Highlands still as yet has no
We have
walls,
received a diplomatic
so I think it would be
message.
easy enough to go up there and attack them. Oh, interesting. The Swedes must really like the Germans. They don't like that we're there. Well,
My liege.
I don't like that Germany decided to take a province I wanted. We're going to declare war on the Germans. We are treacherous, but we have to form our country. We need all of France.
Peasants.
As well, since we're going to be fighting the Germans anyway, you know what? Savoy might as well be part of France, and we're just going to keep this for ourselves. We're going to begin these assaults. We have all of our armies in full
Yes,
swing.
my lord.
This is going to be
Queen has given
easy
birth
wins
to
for
a
us.
healthy child.
Another prince is
His
born.
Excellency, the King
That's
and
not a
his
bad
most
thing.
noble
Not at
friend.
all.
Yes, my lord.
Count Raymond has been pushed. Oh. Pushed out.
Sire, we
Yes, my
took
lord.
yet
More
another.
Now we are going to move these armies here. We're going to move north. Now, sending Raymond and Arnaud north
Sire,
against the
once again,
Highlands
your
may be a
armies
little
have
bit
managed to
difficult. They have
conquer
very
a
good
new
troops, but
province.
as you
I
can
greet
see,
the brightest ruler in the world. May God bless you, my lord.
they don't have any experience
What is your
whatsoever.
wish? Political view.
What is your wish? To battle and victory.
I will crush these peasants.
What is your
The
kingdom?
lack of experience may make it a little difficult up north, but it shouldn't be incredibly hard. Demand to break relations. The Berbers...
My liege. For honor.
We're going to move and deal with these rebels.
For honor, attack.
We're going to seize Savoy right away here.
Sire,
We'll set them to build a church. They need to be more religious in
I greet
Savoy.
the brightest ruler in the world.
Political view.
Now, Germany's obviously ticked. But let's see. Will they they'll white peace us if we give them Lorraine. That's a complete no-go. We're not going to do that. So what we're going to have to do here is inflict pain on the Germans. We're going to set Regano to fight. Huguet will fight.
What is your wish?
Guillaume has already finished fighting.
A
These
new
are simple
building
mop-up
has been built,
operations.
sire.
Now we're going to
My
send
liege.
these
Time
guys
to
north.
move.
We're gonna, when they get there, we're gonna move on to Highlands, survey the situation, and decide if we want to immediately
Our
attack or
armies
not.
have won yet another battle.
We may not.
May
Gonna
the
go
Lord
to
another
Anjou and
glorious
continue
victory,
our
sire.
building projects. We're going to build a weaving mill now. As you can see, after they've recharged, they have 11 workers in Anjou. This is actually a very good province. Make things much easier for us. Germany's invaded Savoy. Moving in an army. Well, we have troops in Savoy.
I will crush these
Yes, my
peasants.
For honor.
Nope.
my liege.
They're going
I
to
will
attempt
go.
that. No, we need to cut him off.
I am skilled.
Going to seize Provence. Now, we don't need all 4 of these armies against Germany. In fact, we can probably just deal with these ones. However, Zirid is quite strong. They have a multitude of armies, and sending 2 armies against Zirid by themselves may not be the best idea either.
Political. For valor, attack.
What is your wish? I will crush these peasants.
My liege.
Yes, my lord. Home sweet home.
Political.
What is your wish?
What I'm going to do is I'm going to send these guys north to Champagne. We're going to redeploy up north and see if we can hit them
Yes, my
up
lord.
there.
I will crush these peasants.
My liege.
Same time, our northern armies are arriving in the Highlands. Time to survey the situation up here.
A
What
new
is your wish?
construction has been finished, as you wish.
What is your command? Land here.
What is your wish? Let us land.
We're going to deploy onto land. Yes, now the Highlands have a lot of troops here. However, yeah, those are all Highlanders. All Highlanders. These are full stacks of
I have
Highlanders.
spotted enemy troops
our way.
marching through our lands.
Now, what we're going to do
Sire,
here
we
may
have won a
seem a
battle.
little counterintuitive, but I think it's actually the smartest thing to do.
My liege, time to
My
move.
liege, I will go. I am going. Back to the castle.
No, not Leinster.
What is your command?
We're going to... Hello. Declare war on the Highlands. And
What is your wish?
we're going to burn.
Destroy this nest
And
of
burn and
scum.
burn. Our hope is that the enemy does exactly this. We're going to retreat. We don't actually want to fight that. All we wanted to do was to entice the enemy to split up
Enemy
their
troops have crossed
armies.
our borders.
Now that they split this army up, we're 2 against 1. We can win that battle.
Yes, my
Without
lord.
experience, it's not necessarily the
Honor,
easiest thing,
attack.
but that's fine.
I am moving.
Where is this guy moving? I believe he's moving to Alsace. We're going to move
Marching on.
Guillaume over, and we're going
Yes,
to
my
move
lord.
Huguette to follow him. We're going to move both of them to Alsace.
My liege.
At the same time, after a quick
Yes, my
retrofit,
lord.
we are going to
Move,
move
yes,
these
move.
armies into
Everybody
Helvetia.
What is your command?
As you can see,
Armies
Hugo
have won yet
quickly
another battle.
To battle.
tried to move his army back to defend his ally, but didn't seem to help. Now we're 2 against 1 here, but this army says it's balanced. And we're being that the overwhelming majority of our troops are longbowmen. They're going to begin dealing damage and morale damage before the enemy can. This is going to be a win.
What is your wish?
In the end, it's an utter military disaster
What is
for
your
the
wish?
Highlands. Now, if the AI was smarter, he would simply sit
my
back in his
Sire.
giant
What
castle
is your command?
and not worry about us.
You will not regret this.
However, the AI does dumb things, and you can get them to do
Sire,
really
the
dumb
messenger has
things
arrived.
if you're simply patient with them. Now, interestingly enough, we've been moving so quick in our
Armies
conquest,
won yet another battle.
we actually are outstripping what I almost wanted to as the aims for this. I wanted to get these kingdom
May God bless
advantages.
you. Good day, sire.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm quickly just gonna grab them. What we need to do to grab some of them is to get these exotic resources. Now, if we go back to Kingdom Advantages, here it's Silk and Ivory. And I believe I also wanted... Yes, Sugar. Ebony? No. Silk, Ivory, and Sugar. Silk. Ivory. And sugar. It's going to cost us a lot of money. It's 5,000 each, and it costs upkeep, actually, as well, in order to keep bringing them in.
More skill.
We're going to accrue skills to these armies, and we're just going to move in and finish the Highlands. There's no reason to wait. We're going to move these armies against Helvetia. We're going to move these armies into Alsace just to resupply. And we're going to move after Volkmar into Falls. Now, we're in battle over Helvetia, so I might as well wait until we take this.
I have
Sire,
learned
we conquered an enemy province.
Awesome. We're going to immediately seize the town. We're going to
Sire, we
resupply.
conquered an enemy province.
Back to the safety of our castle.
I am skilled.
Now, what we are going to do is see, Germany, will you give it up? Yes, they will. Now, we can use a tactic that I love to use. This is very important to do. Hey, we have some land you might enjoy. Take this province I just took from you. The dumb AI is back to friendly, and now we have no more issues with them. We can now redirect our armies for the fight against Zirid for these last two provinces in France here. We're going to move those armies to Provence, we're going to move these armies to Orléans, and we're going to get ready to go. But that has been this episode. This has been Azanar with Knights of Honor. If you like this video, leave me a like. If you really enjoyed it, leave me a subscription, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.